and welcome back at the FinetLink channel. So today, after we got the knowledge about the wireless LAN and how to configure the wireless LAN, now it is our time to apply our wireless LAN skills and knowledge by configuring a home wireless router and an enterprise wireless controller. We have our packet tracer and the activity. So as you can see in our packet tracer, we have two networks. We have our home network and the enterprise network. So we will configure both of those networks and we will configure even their security, wireless security. This is addressing table where we will refer to do our configuration for the networks with the devices, the interfaces, and the IP address. And here we have our wireless LAN information that we will configure with their wireless name, SSID, type of the authentication, and their passwords for those networks. So here the activity we have in the objectives, as I said. And now we will go to the instruction. So the activity is divided in two parts. In the part one, we will configure the wireless home router, and in the part two, we will configure the wireless controller, where we will configure an interface, we will configure wireless LAN, two wireless LAN, and we will configure the authentication for those wireless LAN. So let's go and configure our home wireless router. And as you can see here at the instruction, at the part one, as a scenario, it says that you are installing a new home wireless router at the front house. So you will need to change the setting of the router to enhance security and meet your friend's requirement. So at the step one, what you will do is to change the DHCP setting, which means that you will open your home wireless router at the graphical user interface and you will change the router IP address and DHCP setting according to the information addressing table, where it says that the IP address of a home wireless router will be a DHCP, so an automatic IP address, and this will be the LAN network that the home wireless router will provide for the wireless LAN. And then it says that you have to permit a maximum of 20 addresses to be issued by the router. We have to configure the server to start with the IP address of for devices at .3 on the LAN network. And then what you will do is to configure the internet interface of the router to receive its IP address over DHCP. You have to verify the address and you have to check what address did it receive. And then what you will do, you have to configure the static DNS server to the address in the addressing step. So let's go to let's keep the activity at the addressing table where we will refer for our configuration. So let's go to our home wireless router. As it says, you have to go to we will configure that directly through the graphical user interface. So the first thing it said that you have to configure the setting of your router. So internet connection type, it should be automatic DHCP, and at the router IP, it was the IP of the router from the addressing table that he will provide for our network. It is with /24, so here when we select the subnet mask, we will select /24. The DHCP server will be enabled, and then it will start at .3. Maximum number will be for the users will be 20. So let's configure even the DNS. So the IP it's this and left. So here we have the IP. It was 10, 100, 100, 252. And then we save the setting. So we go to the config. Let's check the interface. So when it says that to check the address and to verify what kind of address you receive, so we got the address 10.100.200.3 and it's an DHCP address. So we are done with the DHCP setting. What we will do now, we will configure the wireless LAN. So the step 2 is configure the wireless LAN. It says that the network will use 2.4 gigahertz wireless LAN interface. We have to configure the SSID as it is shown in the wireless LAN information table. And you have to use channel 6. And you have to be sure that all wireless hosts in the home will be able to see this SSID. So once again, we are here. Graphical. So now we are going to configure the wireless. And as it says, we have to configure 2.4 gigahertz. So for the other two bands, we will put them as disabled. So here we will select the network mode auto because our router will be able to select the best option of the network. And then the SSID was S SS sorry SSID, and it says that you have to make sure. So once again, be sure that all hosts in the home will be able to see the SSID. So for that, here you have to select enabled as SSID broadcast, which means that it will be listed as a wireless network nearby. As soon as the devices will be in the range of the wireless LAN, they will be able to see the SSID of this wireless. And it says you have to select the channel 6. And then we save the changes. So to make sure that our devices will be able to see the SSID of this network, what we will do, we will go to wireless LAN, we go to the desktop, the PC wireless. Sorry about that. So we were here. Okay. So we go to connect. We make a refresh here. And as you can see, it is listed as a network. Now, let's go and see the third step. The third step is configure the security, where it says that you have to configure wireless LAN security by using Wi-Fi Protect Access to personnel and the passphrase shown in the wireless LAN information, where the passphrase was Cisco 123. And you have to secure the router by changing the default password to the value shown in the wireless LAN information table. The reason why you have to secure your router is for the moment it has a default password, and the default password can be easily found in the internet. And if they have this information, anybody would be able to log in by using the username as admin and the default password. And they may change your password, so they will be able to access your network. So in case that to access your router, so in case of security purpose, you have to change the default password. So let's go and configure the security. We were at the wireless router. And here at the wireless, we select the menu wireless. At the wireless security, we are configuring the 2.4 gigahertz band. We get the Wi-Fi protected access to personal. We keep the advanced encryption security for the encryption, and then we can add the passwords. After we do that, we save the setting. And for changing the default password of your router, you have to go to the administration menu, and here we will change it as 1, 2, 3. And save the setting. Let's see what is the fourth step. The fourth step is connect clients to the network. So we have to connect the laptop, smartphone, and tablets PC with our home wireless router with our wireless network. And after that, we have to configure our tablet, PC, and smartphone. So first we will configure the laptop, and then we will configure the tablet and smartphone, and then we will verify the connectivity, and we will check if they will be able to ping each other and the web server. Because they will be able to reach even the web server. So we go to the laptop. So we go to laptop, desktop, we go to PC wireless, go here, and we connect. The password was this go 1, 2, 3, and we click connect. That takes a while. Let's try once again. Connect. Yep, it's connected. So we can see if we go at the config, if we go to the interface, wireless interface, we can see that is connected with our home wireless router because we have our SSID type of the authentication and the face raise. So we go to the smartphone config. We will configure the wireless interface the same. Wi-Fi protected access to face shift key and the face raise 1, 2, 3. It takes a while. Yep. And then we go to the tablet, same wireless 0. We want to connect it with our home wireless router. SSID was home, SSID, type of authentication, and the face raise. Here will take a while. Yeah. So let's go to the desktop and see what if they will be able to ping our web server. From our addressing table, go up. At our addressing table, the web server IP is this one. So let's see if they will be able to ping. Let's go at the tablet first. So the IP was ping 03.0.113.78. I'm sorry, I forgot the space. See, you know that when we do ping, there are 4 packets delivered to reach the destination, and as it looks like the first packet lost, second one, okay, the third and the fourth came through. So they were able to reach the one. Same, we can go to the smartphone. Let's go to the desktop, open command prompt. It was ping um, 03.0.113.78. Yes, it is able. Let's go to the tablet. Oh, we did the tablet. Let's go to our laptop, desktop, command prompt, ping 03.0.113.78. So what we will do, let's do IP config. So this is the IP address of our laptop. Let's go to the smartphone. Let's say pig. This is the IP of our smartphone, and the tablet. Config. Let's do this from our tablet. Let's try to ping 192.168.6.5. It was the IP of the smartphone, if I'm right. Yeah. Let's see. See, they are able to communicate with each other. And the IP of the laptop was .3. So we go here, ping .3. And as you can see, they are able to communicate. So what we did, we configure our home wireless router. So we configure the wireless LAN for our friend, and we were able to connect our devices with this wireless LAN, and they were able to communicate even with the server. So with this, we are done with configure our home wireless router. So what we will do next, we will go at the second part and configure our enterprise network. To configure our enterprise network, so we are at the part 2, means that we have to configure our wireless LAN controller with 2 wireless LAN. One wireless LAN will use Wi-Fi Protect Access to Phase Shift Key authentication, and the other wireless LAN will use Wi-Fi Protect Access to Enterprise authentication. And you will also configure the wireless controller to use Simple Network Management Protocol server and configure DHCP scope that will be used by the wireless management network. So the first thing is we have to configure VLAN interfaces. The reason why we configure the VLAN interfaces is because a wireless controller has 5 physical interfaces. But for those 5 physical interfaces, you can configure as many VLANs as you can, because the virtual LANs here will be virtual interfaces. And for those interfaces, then we will assign those VLAN interfaces to a wireless LAN. So since here we will configure 2 wireless LAN, we will configure 2 interfaces, where the wireless LAN 2 interface will be for the first wireless LAN, and the wireless LAN 5 will be for the second wireless LAN. So let's keep it here. And let's go to our. But before we go and configure the wireless LAN, we have to access our wireless controller. So from Enterprise Admin, at the desktop, we go to the web browser, and we will try to log in our wireless controller. The IP of the wireless controller is, if you can go up, it's this one. Copy. Okay, okay, let's change it. Oh, yeah. And here, because we will navigate through the wireless controller management interface using a web browser. Here, we use the username admin and the password as Cisco123, and we click login. It takes a while to load. Okay, here is our wireless controller summary. So first we had to configure the interfaces for the wireless LAN. So let's configure the first wireless LAN. So what we will do, we will go to the controller. At the controller, we will configure the interfaces, right? And after that, we will add a new interface. So I go here, new, and the window that it will open, we will name the interface. We can copy directly from here, actually. Wireless LAN 2. The wireless LAN ID will be 2, and then we click apply. After we click apply, it will open the interface wireless LAN 2 that we will edit. And for this, we will add the port number. As you can see, it will be 1. And the interface IP address, wireless LAN identifier 2. So the IP address is this one here. This will be the subnet mask or net mask. And we will need the gateway of the router 1 for the interface giga0 obviously slash 2, which is this one. Okay, and this will be either the primary DHCP server because it's the default gateway. After this, we apply. It says change interface from okay, yes. Okay, let's go up. No, let's go down. It's here, the space in front. When I copy and apply it. Okay. Let's go back. And you will see it is listed. Now we will go here and we will configure our second wireless LAN. So once again, we go to new. So it will be wireless LAN 5. It will be wireless LAN ID 5. Apply. And we will configure the port number as 1. This will be the IP for this wireless LAN interface. This will be the net subnet mask. And the gateway will be the IP address of the interface giga 0/0/5, which means this one. Paste, and this will be even the IP address of the primary DHCP service because it's the default gateway. Okay, and then we apply. So we go back and you can see that we created our two wireless LAN interfaces. The next step is to configure a DHCP scope for the wireless management network. So once again, we go to the controller and we go to the internal DHCP and we go to the DHCP scope. It's too slow. Okay. And since we want to create a new one, we go to new. So we created new scope. This will be the scope name. See, management, we click apply. The purpose of the DHCP scope is the same as the purpose of a DHCP server. So it will provide IP addresses for our networks, and that's why we have a pool of addresses, and it have the start address, end address, the network IP address, the subnet mask, and the default router. So we go to the management and let's edit that. So the start IP will be this one. The end IP will be this one. So it looks like it allows us to connect 10 devices. The network IP will be, let's copy all this. Okay, and this will be the next net mask, which is /24. And the default router is IP address of the default router. And after we are done with those, we click apply. So the third step is configure the wireless controller with external server addresses, which means that we have to configure a radio server information. So to do so, and the reason why we use the radio server is for centralizing the network access control by performing authentication, authorization, and accounting for users and devices. With authentication, we verify a user identity by checking their credentials against the central user database. By authorization, we determine what resources of a user is allowed to access based on predefined policies and their identity. And by accounting, we will be able to track a user activity and network usage, including when they log in, how long they stay connected, and how much data they use. So for that, we here at our wireless controller, we go to the security menu. Okay. At the security menu, we will click new. So we go in new. And here we have the information. So the server index will be S1. The server address will be this one. Is the address for the our radius. This can be found even in our addressing table. And then the password as radius. Okay. So for not making mistakes, let's copy it and paste it here, here. And after that, we will click apply. So we are configure the radius server information based on the following info. So the next step is configure the wireless controller to send log information to a simple network management protocol server. We need that because we want to monitor and imagine the network devices, in this case our wireless controller, from a central location. Because with this we will, as an administrator, be able to track the performance, detect problems like failures or bottlenecks by ensuring operational quantity into remotely configured device to maintain network health and security. So for that, what we will do is that we will go to the management menu. uh, and once again, we go here and we will go to the management, simple network management protocol. We go to the trap receivers, and here we click at new. So the community name will be as wireless LAN. And the IP address will be same as the IP address of the radio server. And the status will be enabled. After that, we click apply. I'll be provided. Okay, let's see. I think I have a yes. Space. Same here. Okay. Once again, grab receivers. It is listed. Let's see. The fourth step is created wireless LAN. So we'll create two wireless LAN. So we go to the wireless LAN menu. We have create new, so we will directly go. And here we have our profile. The type is wireless LAN. Profile name will be the profile name. It's the same as it is listed in our wireless LAN information table. and this will be the SSID for this. And the ID will be S2. After that, we click apply. When you click apply, it will open a new window where we'll edit our wireless LAN. It takes a while. Okay. Here, as you can see, you have to put the status of our wireless LAN enabled, because if you put the status enabled, the devices, the wireless devices will be able to see the wireless LAN 2 in the array. And the group interface would be as wireless LAN 2. So we are assigning this wireless LAN to the interface wireless LAN 2, to the VLAN interface wireless LAN 2. We apply it. Okay, and then we go to the security. At the security, we will change the security Wi-Fi protected access to. We will say Wi-Fi protected access to with so Wi-Fi protected access to policy with advanced encryption system encryption, and then with the says with the paste shift key. When we click here, it will ask us to list the password. So the password, the passphrase will be Cisco 3, and then we apply it. Yes. And it says under the Advanced tab, go to the FlexNet Connect section, because here it asks us here, it will ask us to enable the Flex Connect local switching and Flex Connect local authentication. The Flex Connect local switching, we will need that because the Cisco access point will be able to handle a client traffic at a local site instead of sending it directly to the wireless controller. So we will enable it. And the Flex Connect local authentication, we will need that because we can authenticate clients directly at the local switching network, and it's good in the case when the wireless controller and an access point will lose connection between them. So we enable them and we click apply. Okay. So we go to wireless LAN and we have our wireless LAN. As you can see, type, profile name, SSID, status, and the authentication. Now let's go and create a new one. Then you want to type the view wireless LAN. This will be the profile name for our wireless LAN. The SSID will be this one. And the ID will be S5. So we click apply. Here at the security, it asks us Wi-Fi protect access to. one, and here we will use 802.1 as it authentication key management. Since we are using this type of authentication, we will need to go to the authentication, authorization, and accounting server. And here we click the server is this one, the server that we created before, and we say apply. We configure the security. Here we have to assign an interface which will be wireless LAN 5. We apply it. Yes, we make it enable the status of our wireless LAN since we want the wireless device to be able to see this network. And as in the first wireless LAN, we have to make Flex Connect setting enabled. Okay. We apply them. So we are done with our configuration. Let's go here. And the wireless LAN, as you can see, we have two wireless LAN. They are enabled, and this is the way of security authentication for those devices, for those networks. So now we are the last fifth step where we have to configure the host to connect to the wireless LAN. Where it says the wireless host 1 should be able to connect to the wireless VLAN 2, and the wireless host 2 should connect to the wireless VLAN 5 using the credential in the wireless LAN information. So based on here. So now we will try to configure the host to connect with our other wireless LAN. In this, you have to go to the first wireless host. We go to the PC wireless, we go to the connect, and you should be able to see the wireless network name that we configured. And as you can see, even if you do refresh, it is not showing. The reason why it's not showing is because it's the wrong day at our wireless controller. To fix the time, you go to the command and you put the same time that you have in your real laptop. So it is November 11, 2025, and it is 10:30 p.m. or you can say 22 and set the time. Yes. You can choose even the time zone, but it's okay. Let's do a refresh here. See, you will be able to see. In case you have this problem with your wireless host by finding the wireless network that you just configured in the wireless controller. So once again, we go to so we are at the wireless host 1 and we say that this one will connect with the wireless VLAN 2. So the wireless VLAN 2 SSID is this one. We click connect and the password was Cisco 123, and we click connect. And now, once again, let's go here and let's see. Or we can go directly here. We can go here. And as you can see, it is connected with our wireless LAN 2. So now we go to the wireless host 2. It should connect to the wireless WLAN 5 using the credential from the wireless LAN table. For that, so let's close this one and we go to wireless host 2. Why is that? Okay, and we said this connected with this one. Let's do it again. Okay. Alright. What is the face raise for the? Let's go here. Go to wireless LAN. SSID enabled. What was? Let's go. Okay, why it's not connecting? Password. Wait, open this one. Wireless LAN. Set everything here. Oh, go with this. So let's go here. Let's connect. Is there a space? Cisco 123. Cisco 123. Connect. Let's go again here at Enterprise. Let's change it. Cisco. No one. I think probably it was a mistake here. Apply. Yes. Now we go here. Refresh it. SSID to connect. Okay. Connect. Now it is connected. I don't know for what reason it was showing a problem. But let's go to our host number 2. Let's go here at the PC wireless. And first we will go to the profiles. At the profiles, we will go at the edit. We will select the second wireless LAN, which is its SSID 5. And here we'll go at the advanced setup. We are creating a profile, so we will select infrastructure mode. We go next. We will say obtain network site automatically. We go next. Here the security is Wi-Fi protect access to enterprise, and here we will add the login name and the password referring to the addressing table. So the username will be user WLAN wireless LAN 5 and then password user wireless 5 password. So this will be and this will be the. So we are trying to create a profile for a user, and this profile will be saved in the server for authentication for the next step. And now we click save. Now we go connect to the network. And it takes a while, but it should be wasted. Let's do it again. We go to the profile, we go next. So now our wireless host 2 is connected. So what we will do, let's test if our wireless host 2 will be able to connect with the web server. So let's close this and let's go to the command prompt and say ping 203.0.113.78 as you can see here, and it is able to communicate to reach the server. Same here, ping sorry 203.0.113.78, and they are able to communicate. And let's see the IP address of the IP config. This will be the IP address of this. So let's keep it here. Let's go to the wireless host 2. So let's say here ping 192.168.2.3. Now they are able to communicate. And if we go to our activity, you see that you have complete 100% of your activity. So this was all the skills and knowledge that you had for configuring a home wireless router and an enterprise wireless controller. So for both networks, we were able to configure the wireless network for home network and enterprise network, and we configured their security, and we were able even to configure the whole enterprise network for both wireless LAN 1 and wireless LAN 2, because we created two wireless LAN, And then we tested the connectivity of our wireless devices with the wireless LAN network that we created. And we found out that they were even able to communicate with each other. So with this, we are ending the practice in Pocket Tracer about wireless LAN configuration. Thank you for being with us and see you to the next session.